Steve Evans, for one final time this season, how has your week been leading up to Saturday?
Yeah, the week's been good. Obviously, we had a long trip back from Carlisle, same as our supporters did. And when you lose, it just seems twice as long, really. But we've freshened the boys up. They've had a little bit of time off as well, so that's good. And they've been back in at work, and the sessions have been bright and breezy. And you always want to sign off on the last day with a positive result and a good performance. And we're at home, so it's the people that we represent every week, so the supporters. So hopefully we can have a good performance for them.
And who'd have thought 2 weeks ago that this final game of the season is essentially a dead rubber, with our survival confirmed and the Salford's playoff hopes denied on Monday?
I must admit, the chairman said to me prior to going up to Mansfield, my own club, but isn't it great that we go to Mansfield, Carlisle and play Salford at home on the basis of we already secured our league safety. But I think we know since we won the game against Tranmere, we've been safe. I think performances have come down a little bit, and they shouldn't come down a little bit because there's so much to play for. But I think that in reality, when I look at them back, they have. So we need to make sure we're back at full guns and full spirits tomorrow.
But at the same time, I'm sure you are, as other supporters, looking beyond Saturday and looking forward to the summer already.
Yeah, very much so. I think you look forward as a manager with the opportunity to come in and make some changes. Those decisions are still being made now. We're still scrutinise statistics, still scrutinise videos. We're still looking at everything to make sure that we get the decisions right, first and foremost for the football club. And secondly, we have to do what we think is right for the football club to move forward next season. And it's been too many seasons of supporters going home who live and breathe it, worried about whether we're going to be in the National League or not. And the National League's not a League to be, going out of League Two. You need to look at the resources that's been spent at a Stockport, who probably look likely to come back up, or at a Wrexham, or Chesterfield, Notts County, arguably the biggest outside the Championship, which is a massive statement, but it's probably a reality with great owners. I know them, speak to them. So from that point of view, we don't want to be in that sort of minefield, if you like. We want to be in the Football League, building positively towards a good campaign next year, which we all know is going to be very tough again, despite I'm reading some managers saying that they're going to be challenging. We're just going to try and work hard.
Have you had conversations with the players yet in terms of the changing that they'll potentially be this summer?
No, they've all got allocated a time slot for Monday. I'll meet with the loan players after training today and outline for them that there's no point in them being around Monday because they have to return to the parent club, don't they? And that's quite right. We've got youngsters coming back in the building now from other non-league clubs, and it's to come back to the parent club. So we'll have some chats with them today, and then we'll go about our meetings on Monday. And subject to our chairman's approval, we'll get that out by Tuesday or Wednesday in terms of letting their supporters know. They're the most important people in all this. I speak, number of times a week with our chairman. He always reminds me of one thing, but I'm an advocate of it anyway, that he's a custodian. The real owners are our supporters and the people in the town of Stevenage. So we have to let them know what the thoughts are.
How much of a challenge is it for you and your team to make these decisions on these players, given that you've only been here 5-6 weeks and you have to really assess those players in terms of what they can give to the club?
Yes, of course it's tough. I think you have to look at statistics, how many games has players played, how successful have they played, how successful has the team been, which is just a stats exercise really. So all that had to be taken into consideration. But the one thing I've always been taught by the greatest manager of my lifetime, so Alex Ferguson, was always, don't let your eyes tell your lies. So we've had 5-6 weeks on the camp. We've seen everyone apart from 1 or 2 injured players at close quarters, and people have an opportunity to impress or depress.
And just finally, it's always a special occasion, final day of the season, whereas permutations are not, but it's a chance for the fans and the players to get together one last time, especially at the end of season awards as well.
Well, I think so. I think the end of season awards with the supporters are massive for me. It may be only an hour or two at the end of the day for the players and the football staff, but I think they're massive. I think it's an opportunity for supporters to talk to players. It's an opportunity to meet them at first hand. It's also an opportunity for the players and the staff to show our appreciation to the people that support us every week. And what I already know is that we want next season, whenever that comes around, to be an end of the season when we go around the pitch in much better circumstances. But I think if you go back 6 weeks, 7 weeks, Alfie, I don't think supporters thought they would be in the Football League at the end of the Salford game. So that's a big plus. But it'll just be good for the players and their kids and stuff like that, just to show our appreciation to the people that matter at every football club, the supporters.